All right, folks. This, as you can see, is a long video. That's because I haven't posted in a while and I have a lot, and I do mean a lot, to cover. So let me drink some water first. Okay, here we go. Let's get started. Republic of Bitcoin is gone. This is no longer news. Many people jumped the MMM train. Some are in other money making programs. Others are just through the whole thing. And many people see this as a colossal failure. And those many people are wrong and are thinking way too small. They're fair weather members. They're fly by nights, and they're just not capable of seeing how a liability can be turned on its head and made into an asset. I personally do not see Republic of Bitcoin collapse as a failure. I have learned so many lessons and understood so many things that I'm almost tempted to say that Republic of Bitcoin collapse was the best thing that has ever happened to us. I doubt that I would ever know what I know now had the Republic of Bitcoin still existed. So we're going to start with $1 million question. Why did Republic of Bitcoin collapse? And the answer, we starved it to death. Same reason why MMM China collapsed back in December or January, and MMM India collapsed a month or so before that. A pyramid structured entity, and make no mistake, MMM is exactly that, a pyramid, is a powerful tool, but much like any other tool, poor understanding of its application renders it useless and even harmful if abused. Collapse of Republic of Bitcoin gave me great insight into how to use pyramids, and I wouldn't be a good leader if I didn't share what I've learned with you. Different MMM groups have had inherent structural failures and have collapsed before. These failures were a part of their early constructions and were impossible to see unless and until the system was launched and the design flaws exposed themselves. As time passed, those design flaws were removed and systems restarted, this time with those flaws absent. The time for design flaws has passed. MMM of China and India and now Republic of Bitcoin all collapsed because of participants' behavior. The best quality built car in the world won't run if it has no fuel. Republic of Bitcoin had no money, and money is the fuel of the pyramid. Much like systematic supply of fuel is critical to the car's running, a systematic supply of money is critical to the pyramid's well-being. We did not do that, and the system starved. Do you remember how the system wouldn't give you any money, but would take the money immediately? How you placed a request to provide help and it would find an addressee instantly, and how you placed a request to get help and you would get nothing? That's starvation. That's imbalance. That's everybody taking money out and no one putting money in. This is our fault. This is my fault. This is your fault. This is everybody's fault. Now, please understand, when I say that it's your fault, I'm not pointing fingers at all of you, but I'm pointing fingers at all of you, but I'm not accusing you of anything. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not calling you, stupid or evil or accusing you of sabotage. Okay, I'm not doing that. I am guilty of this too. And actually, I, Akers, am more to blame for this than any of you, because I have been with MMM longer and should have seen this coming and didn't. So please do not take offense. You didn't do what you were supposed to do because you simply did not know better. And I was supposed to have told you better and didn't. I bear more blame for that. And for that, I'm also sorry. The key, okay, I'm going to pull this up because I'm reading the text actually. The key to our MMM USA survival is a systematic inflow of people and money. We can't afford people who simply want to squeeze the most out of the system and offer nothing in return. We can't afford not to understand that MMM USA is our system, by the people and for the people. We get the credit if it flourishes, and we are to blame if it collapses. Many people did not understand. Some may even not understand that after watching this video. There is another question that persists in the MMM community, and it will be addressed here and now. What do we do with accounts? Are they going to make us put in our actual bank accounts, or will we still be able to send bitcoins back and forth to one another? MMM USA is still in its formative stage. So the answer to that is subject to change, but one thing needs to be addressed. Again, for the millionth time, MMM is our system. We, the people, send money to each other. Obligations are moral. They're not contractual, they're not legal binding, they're moral. We give money to strangers, and strangers give money to us without any reservations or promises or guarantees. Much like a private person decides on his or her own to send money, two private parties get to decide together on how to send them money. If I have to send money to John Doe, and I want to do it by, say, Western Union, and John Doe agrees, that's the end of that. Two private individuals agreed on the amount of money and the medium to send that money. I will give you an even more extreme example. If I get a request to send money to John Doe, and I contact him and ask him to wash his car for the value of money that he wants me to send him, and he agrees, then there you go. We, two private individuals, agreed that I wash his car, and he interprets that as me satisfying his request and closes his request to get help. I'm satisfied, John Doe is satisfied, transaction complete. Washing somebody's car is again an extreme example, but the point stands. We decide that we can exchange money however we feel like it. That decision can change as many times as we send money to the other party, and even if, when MMM USA is finally put together, we're told to put in our bank account information, we can just send screenshots of us forwarding money from a bank account, but actually use Bitcoin to do so. Or go over to the yard and wash their car. If I find something different about Bitcoins, I'll let you know. Moving on to the next subject. We don't have any instructions in the United States who can teach guiders about MMM. All of you 1,000 guiders and really passionate 100 guiders need to contact Kirill on Skype and ask him how to become one. We have touched on that subject before, but the amount of people who have absolutely distorted idea of what MMM is unacceptable, and it is up to all of you to become instructors and educate them. Okay, now for the final and the most crucial part. With a new page in MMM Saga, many things should be changed if we are to succeed. The selling point, the point that should attract people, should no longer be larger than life fantastic returns. Don't get me wrong, returns are fantastic. Even with a 100% a month deal gone, what bank out there will multiply your money by 30% a month or even a year? Many people no longer trust MMM because, as far as they're concerned, it collapsed. Reestablishing trust is a long, arduous process, and reestablishing trust is impossible if MMM keeps crashing. Again, our primary point to get across is that MMM is a consistent and methodical way to make your money grow. Do you remember Turtle Racing the Rabbit story? We're going to be the turtle. We're going to be slow, consistent, committed, methodical. Those who are looking to become millionaires overnight can move on. MMM is not that kind of a program. I have two plans on how we can make MMM extra durable. I'm going to share the plan that I like, and most of you may not like first. Then I'm going to share the plan that I don't like, but most of you will probably like better. Here we go. Plan A. Oh, went a little bit too far. Up we go. Okay. Plan A. Our money accumulates at 30% a month. The minimum deposit is, or should be, $10. We will have to tweak this if the minimum deposit is different, but for now, let's just assume that it's $10. Each and every one of us should deposit $10 in MMM every week, like a clockwork. I personally propose all of us to do it every Sunday, but if we agree on some other day, that's fine. And even if we can't all agree on a set day of the week, that's also fine, so long as, again, every single one of us deposits $10 every week. And when I say every single one of us, all of the 1,000 guiders, 100 guiders, every single person underneath you in your downline should deposit that amount. Now, it takes about 4 months for that $10 to triple. That's about 16 weeks. That's about $160 in total deposits. Remember, $10 every week. When your first deposit that you made 16 weeks ago turns into $30, you take out $30. Immediately upon getting out that $30, you deposit $20 back and keep the remaining $10. It is very important to understand why you should do this. Money is MMM's blood, and much like actual blood in the body, it needs to circulate. Only constant inflow and outflow of money will make MMM last. Wait for a week. Get another $10 that turn into $30. Do the same thing. Take out 30, put in 20, keep 10. Do this every week until you no longer have the 10s that grew into the 30s. In 4 months, the 20s that you deposit from your 30s, from your $30 gain, will triple. Take out $60, put back in the $30, keep the remaining $30. Do it until you no longer have the 20s that grew into 60s, and keep doing that from so on and so forth. So in 4 months, $30 will grow into $90. Take out the $90, put in the 40, keep the 50. In 4 more months, $40 will grow into $120. Take out $120, put in the 50, keep the 70. And so forth and so on exponentially. Your weekly income will grow by $20 every 4 months. Now, Plan B. Basically, Plan B is Plan A times 10. You deposit $100 each week until it triples and basically copy Plan A from then on. Okay, now, the advantages of depositing $100 every week are obvious. We will make more money faster. The downside of deposit this big and upside of $10 deposits is not so obvious. So I will elaborate on them. MMM's purpose, MMM's core initial purpose, the reason why we're doing the whole thing, okay, is to pull people out of poverty. This is a financial tool. $10 deposit a week will bring in many more people than a $100 deposit. I don't want get-rich-quick schemers. What I want is people who are struggling. I literally want people for whom having $10 or not having $10 is a critical detail in deciding if they eat today or not. This is the kind of poverty that I want to go after. This is the kind of people that I want to help with MMM. So, after 4 months, they will have 10 extra dollars at their disposal. That's a free meal every week. After 4 more months, they will have extra $30 at their disposal. That's a tank of gas every week. After 4 more months, they will have 50 extra dollars at their disposal. That's a tank of gas and 2 free meals, or 5 free meals every week. After 4 more months, they will have 70 extra dollars at their disposal. Multiply that by 4 weeks in a month, and that's a phone or a heating bill. After 4 more months, they will have 90 extra dollars at their disposal. That's a tank of gas and free meal almost every day of the week. After 4 more months, they will have 110 extra dollars at their disposal. That's a credit card bill, or several of them. After 4 more months, they will have 130 extra dollars at their disposal. Multiply that by 4 weeks, and we're talking car payment or rent ballpark here. Only devoted and committed people will take the time to make this grow. No fly-by-night would stick around that long, and we don't want them anyway. Everybody from the top 1,000 guiders to the person who 2 minutes ago had no idea what MMM was needs to treat MMM as a plant that requires nourishing and care. If we attract people who want to take the most and give the least, MMM will collapse again and people will get hurt again. Only with people who want to wait for their weekly pocket money to grow by $20 every 4 months, only with these kind of people will MMM be a strong, durable, and lasting entity. Now, if after 4 months of waiting, getting $10 every week for 4 months isn't a big deal to you, give that $10 to someone who wants to get started but doesn't have it. Use your money as a launching pad for another person to get up and out of poverty. Remember, in MMM, we all help each other first. We are a community. We will collapse if we forget that simple rule. And if you want to put down, say, $1,000 and you can actually afford making $1,000 installments every week, please don't. Put down $10 and find 99 people to give the other $10 to. We need as many new people as possible. And remember, in MMM, we all help each other first. We are a community. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe we should start depositing $100 every week. But how many people can do that on a committed, consistent weekly basis? And if we do find them, will they have enough discipline to take out money only to put some of it back in? Astronomical numbers overnight attract wrong kind of people, and only patient and right people will both wait and benefit the system by making it durable. And this is why I insist that we start with the absolute minimum amount MMM will allow. I have recently applied to be the administrator of MMM USA. As of right now, I have no way to set up these rules and enforce them. I may never be able to enforce them. So this is why I'm counting on you, my crew. It is up to you, 1,000 guiders, to decide which one of these plans is better. I personally insist on Plan A, but in spite of body of evidence I've presented, I could be wrong and Plan B is a better avenue. You know your downline better than I do, and I should trust your choice. Just like I trust you, my crew, all of you should trust your crew. So they would follow you and do what you say. If they don't, sorry, don't mean to sound rude, but you need to ditch them and get yourself another crew. MMM needs new vision if it is to survive, and I need all of my people working in concert. We're not a get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't a who gets to take out the most in the least time contest. MMM in other countries collapse because of that mentality, and so will we if we don't realize this. Depending on how new MMM USA will be arranged, I will also continue rewarding new 1,000 guiders. A deposit as small as $10 should not make finding new people to get in a problem. I will keep thinking up new rewards and contests for especially hardworking MMM members. In conclusion, I have a wonderful and passionate, hardworking crew under me. And I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you one more time for the work that all of you put in. I'm very proud and I'm very lucky to have you under me. And I want you to understand that while I'll be the first one to take the fault if things go sour, I will be the last one to boast if and when MMM spreads its huge wings all over the United States and hopefully the world. All of you do the truly heavy lifting, and some of you even do things that I don't have any idea how to do. Admitting that would make me unfit to preside above all of you, and that's why I want to take off my proverbial hat before you and say how much I appreciate all of you, every single last one. So, this video, I want to finish this video with a question, and I want you to answer it in the Facebook comments. Which one of these plans we should implement? Plan A with a $10 deposit or Plan B with a $100 deposit? I'm waiting on all of your replies. I want to hear your reaction. I want there to be a discussion, and I want there to be a decision. So on that, just we we're gonna wait until they finally put pieces together, and MMM USA will work as its own independent entity, and I look forward to working with all of you, and thank you once again. Remember that MMM will be what we will make it. Okay, if we're starting just ripping out the chunks of it, it's gonna be a Republic of Bitcoin all over again. But if we diligently grow, if we treat it, like I said before, if we treat it like a plant, if we grow it slowly, patiently, systematically, then in the long run, it will actually benefit to us. The best advertisement for programs like MMM is consistent like a clockwork pay. And consistent like a clockwork pay is only possible with a consistent like a clockwork inflow of both people and the money. Once again, thank you. And with MMM, we can do anything.